Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Maple, and today we'll learn about the present simple tense. We'll explore one of the most fundamental aspects of English grammar. We'll begin by reviewing the rules and usage of the present simple tense. We'll then work on a conversation that sheds some light on how the present simple works in everyday conversation. Finally, we'll put your newly learned skills into practice through a series of exercises. So, let's get started. Part 1. How to use the present simple. First, let's go over the grammar. Do you know how to use the present simple tense? The present simple is a tense used to express habitual or repeated actions. For example, I play tennis every weekend. He always drinks coffee in the morning. To describe an action that occurs according to a timetable. Example: I wake up at 6 a.m. every day. I always go to school at 7:30 a.m. We can use it to describe states or situations that exist at the moment. Example: he is a doctor. She speaks 3 languages. To state facts that are always true, scientific facts. Example: the sun rises in the east. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. To describe schedules such as train, flight, movie, and game schedules, etc. Example: the train departs at 6 p.m. The flight arrives in France at 2:30 a.m. To describe opinions and feelings. Example: I love chocolate ice cream. I think that your friend is a bad person. To describe instructions or make generalizations. Example: first, you add the flour, then you mix in the milk. Be careful with that knife. And that's the usage of the present simple tense. Now we will look at signal words for the simple present. Signal words are words that tell you what tense you have to use. For the simple present, these are adverbs of frequency. We have always, often, frequently, regularly, usually, sometimes, seldom, rarely, hardly, never. And other phrases of time can occur, like every day, every month, every week, every year, etc. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times a week, etc. On Mondays, etc. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, etc. Here are some examples. I always drink coffee in the morning. They often go to the movies. He goes to the bank once a week. The structure of the simple present tense can be understood by analyzing the positive, negative, and interrogative. Let's have a look to understand easily how it works. First of all, remember that subject equals S, verb equals V, noun equals N, adjectives equals ADJ. Positive. This is the positive form of the present simple tense. Here we have the form with the verb to be. Here are some examples. He is a lawyer. The watch is expensive. They are students. And we have the form of action verbs. For example, the cat sleeps on the couch. She does homework every evening. They swim in the pool on weekends. The sun sets in the west. Negative. So we have the positive form. Let's move on to the negative form. We still start with the verb to be. For example, I am not a teacher. He is not, isn't, a lawyer. The watch isn't expensive. They are not, aren't, students. Next, action verbs. Example: that dog does not bark at strangers. I don't eat meat. We do not like spicy food. The sun doesn't set in the south. Yes, no question. Now, we have the yes, no question form with the verb to be. For example, question: are you an engineer? Answer: yes, I am. No, I'm not. With action verbs. For example, question: does he play football? Answer: yes, he does. No, he doesn't. The last form of the present simple tense is the WH question form. The WH question starts with either of these words: what, when, why, who, and where. Okay. Now we start with the verb to be. And examples for this form: where are you from? Who is she? Who is your favorite actor? Continue to the action verbs. For example, what do you do? Where do you live? What does she like? Are you wondering how to add e/es to action verbs? Let me help you. We have some rules here. Adding s to the end of a verb: run, runs; sit, sits; see, sees; play, plays. Adding es to the end of the verb that has a sibilant sound: ss, ch, x, tch, sh, zz. Watch, watches; guess, guesses; mix, mixes. Changing final y to ies after a consonant plus y: study, studies; party, parties; fly, flies. And some irregular forms: go, goes; do, does; have, has. Do you remember all the structures above? If yes, that would be great. If not, that's okay, you can watch the video again to understand it better. Now, we'll have a conversation to help you get used to this simple present tense. Sentences that contain simple present tense in the conversation will be highlighted in red. Please pay attention to them. You can pause the video to read them. Now let's see how the present simple works in everyday conversation.
Hey, there. What are you doing?
I'm reading a book.
Do you usually read books in your free time?
Yes, I do.
What kind of books do you read?
I usually read mystery novels and biographies. What do you usually do in your free time?
I love playing video games and listening to music.
Do you have any favorite musicians?
My favorite musician is Ed Sheeran.
Oh, I love him too. Hey, do you want to hear a joke?
Sure, go ahead.
What do you call a fake noodle?
I don't know. What?
An impasta.
That is pretty funny. You really like jokes, don't you?
Yeah, I love jokes. They always make me laugh.
Me too. I think laughter is so important.
I agree. It's a great way to relieve stress and have fun.
Speaking of having fun, do you have any plans for the weekend?
Not really, just planning to relax at home and catch up on some reading. What about you?
I'll go hiking with my friends if the weather is good.
That sounds like a great idea. Where do you plan to go hiking?
We are considering a nearby nature reserve.
Make sure to take lots of water and snacks with you.
Thanks for the advice.
And that's the conversation with many examples for the present simple tense. So we heard the conversation and know how the present simple works in everyday conversation. A little review of what we have learned, shall we? Let's put your newly learned skills into practice through some exercises. Part 3, Exercise. In this activity, you will be presented with 3 different forms of exercises, each consisting of 5 questions. Take your time and carefully read each question before selecting your answer. Exercise 1, Conjugate the verbs. You will see a sentence with a verb in brackets. Your task is to put the verb in brackets into the present simple. For example, the answer is she a singer? Remember to pay attention to the rules we already learned. Good luck and have fun! The answer is starts. The flight starts at 6 a.m. every Thursday. The answer is are. Emma and Betty are good friends. The answer is does. How often does your boyfriend go to the gym? The answer are is and watches. His life is so boring. He just watches TV every day. The answer are does not eat and is. The reason why she does not eat meat is that she is a vegetarian. Exercise 2, find and correct the mistakes. This exercise will test your ability to spot errors in sentences. You'll be presented with a sentence that contains one grammatical mistake related to the present simple tense. And your job is to identify them and make the necessary corrections. For example, he doesn't plays badminton in the afternoon. The incorrect word is plays. The answer is, he doesn't play badminton in the afternoon. Now, it's your turn. Make sure to read the sentence carefully. The incorrect word is goes. The answer is, I don't go to church on Saturday. The incorrect word is doesn't. The answer is, we don't like explorations in the deep forest. The incorrect word is study. The answer is, she studies medicine according to her father's wishes. The incorrect word is are. The answer is he a doctor? The incorrect word is aren't. The answer is, we don't do our homework on weekends. Exercise 3, rewrite complete sentences. In this exercise, you will need to use your writing skills to construct complete sentences from a given set of words. For example, she have 3 daughters. The answer is, she has 3 daughters. Let's start. The answer is, she doesn't sleep late on weekends. The answer is, does David want some coffee? The answer is, they don't work late on Fridays. The answer is, do you understand the question? The answer is, when does she go to her Chinese class? How many correct answers did you get? Let's comment below. And that's all for today's lesson. After the lesson, do you know how to use the present simple tense? You can always watch the video again until you understand everything. Take care, and I'll see you in the next grammar videos. Have a wonderful day.